And cool. All right. So, hi guys, I'm Sam. I am so excited. I see a lot of familiar faces, but we can go ahead and mute everybody. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Okay, everybody's muted. Good to go. Okay, so I'm so excited because we've been doing this new DT training, and at our leadership retreat this past weekend, we got to collaborate with other teams, and Jordan and I started talking, and we were like, why not bring our teams together and give both teams the best advice possible, right? So here we are together, first time. You're going to see a series of different people in the coming weeks. It won't be Jordan and I next Thursday, but you have a bunch of leaders that are super excited to pour into you. So here we are. Okay, so I'm just going to give you my story real quick because we have multiple teams on. So I'm Sam. I'm from Pennsylvania, but I currently live in Southern Alabama because we've moved 8 times in 5 years. We're a military family. My husband's an active duty Army pilot, and I have 2 girls. I have a 1 and a 4-year-old. I am a pediatric nurse. And I joined this business 2.5 years ago, working 12-hour shifts, mostly a single mom. And it was hard. Guys, I have really a lot of student loans. Okay, we won't go into the whole details, but a lot of student loans. And so I was like, I need something a little extra to help me get ahead because I felt like I was a prisoner to my debt. And so I started for an extra $500 a month. 2.5 years later, I'm double diamond running for triple diamond. That was never in the plans. I didn't have support from my friends and family. I never intended on being a stay-at-home mom. I kind of fell into it. And so here I am, and I've never been happier. And that's the gist of me. So here's Jordan's going to tell her story.
Hi, you guys. I'm Jordan. Really quick before I talk to you about myself, I just want to know if you can put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you are pretty new, like this is your first new distributor training and you're super excited to be here. I want to see 1s coming in. I know you're probably nervous, but you should be also super excited that you are now a business owner. Okay, I see some 1s. Perfect. I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about me and for us to collaborate and give you the best of multiple teams and a lot of leaders and a lot of great knowledge. I am a mom of 3. I had my kids, I got married young, I had my kids young. I had a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old when I joined this business. I was selling our house by owner. I packed our house all by myself because my husband worked crazy hours. He wasn't available to help. And we were going to be building our new house, and I moved our whole family, animals, kids, all the things into my best friend's basement when we started this business. So to say I was overwhelmed is an understatement, but I did it anyways because I saw the value of something like this. And I was in a position at work, I was a social worker at the time. I saw how other people were leaving their jobs to pursue what they truly wanted to do. And although I love my clients, I didn't like working 8 hours in the field and then another 4 hours of reports at home after the kids went to bed, and then spending Sundays writing reports that were due Monday, just so my to-do list was a little bit shorter and I didn't feel so spastic on a Monday. So I was quite unhappy at my job because the tasks were becoming overwhelming. I asked for a lower caseload. They told me no. And so I asked for a raise to match my caseload, and they told me no. And that is when, and it works in my back pocket. And that is when I was like, okay, 100% I'm in. This is going to be my new career. If all these other ladies that I hear from can do it, I can do it too. And within just 2 months of making that decision, so this was about 6 months into my business, I promoted to Emerald, the following month Diamond. I left my job. I gave them a 2-week notice. They were like blindsided because, you know, they thought I was going to stay forever and they could just treat me how they wanted. And then 2 months later, I went double diamond, and I claimed in that time frame, I claimed $25,000 in bonuses. And since then have claimed bonuses beyond that. And so that's one thing that you guys have on the table right now. If you are new, you have an emerald bonus to claim of 5,000, and you have a diamond bonus to claim of 10,000. So you could be claiming up to $15,000 in bonuses just by promoting up to diamond in our company, which you guys is about 4 or 5 promotions into the company. And if I can do it in like the 3 months that after I decided I was gonna do it, you can do it. I'm gonna pass it off to Sam, and she's gonna tell you a little bit about one of our really great new products.
Okay, guys, so I'm so pumped because, so as a nurse, I also have a degree in exercise science. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to our products because I love to just tear them apart and really know about what we have and what we have to offer. Because I feel like my confidence in talking to people comes from my confidence in what we're offering, our products. And the same goes for you. You need to learn what we have and really value that. So I figured why not go over skinny tea because that's what was just launched. So I'm really excited that I did because I learned some things about it that I would have never known had I not pulled this information apart. So our new skinny tea, it comes in lemon and all day rosé. So that's exciting because like who doesn't want to drink rosé all day, right? So it gives relief from belly bloat and enhances your digestion, supports active, healthy liver detox, breaks down the fats and the toxins. So it's appropriate for you to drink this after you eat. So like if you eat a pretty heavy meal, you're going to want to drink this afterwards, and it's going to help process and digest the things that you just ate. It visibly reduces belly bloat, even after eating. Guys, how many times have you eaten a meal and you've been like, oh, food baby. Yeah, like I know specific foods, I'm like, what in the world? Instantly. So this is so good to just like finish your meal, and this is like dessert, right? So it soothes abdominal gas, occasional constipation, and mild digestive discomfort. So if you have belly pain, you have issues with your GI, this is great. So I'm reading mostly at this part what we have on the website, just so you guys know what, when you're talking to people, this is what we can say because it's on our website. So alleviate swelling, effects from water retention, your hands, ankles, and more. So guys, this is great for people that are postpartum, because I know for myself and a lot of moms I talk to that you deal with water retention because your hormones are like all over the place. And so you're gonna menstrual, like premenstrual cycle. I know I retain more water, and that's why you weigh more right before you get your period. So alleviates, okay, so no added sugars. This is key, guys, because people are like, well, I'm on a specific diet and like I can only have this many calories and this many proteins. There's no added sugars. So you don't, it's fine. It's caffeine free. It's vegan, no artificial colors or flavors. Like how great is that? So this accelerates healthy breakdown of fat in your stomach. It is not to be taken with fat fighters. That was my biggest point. So when we say fat fighters is great after a heavy meal, I don't want you guys to confuse that you can take fat fighters and this tea, because I don't think that they would both benefit at the same time based on the way they both work. So I would not recommend them at the same time, but they could have both products and use them separately. So make sure you write that down. It's only 10 calories. And so here, the digestive blend, I pulled out a couple of the ingredients that sounded interesting to me, and I just went to go look at them. So my big takeaway is that there is dandelion root in this. And so did you know that dandelion root can interact with antibiotics and cause them to not be as effective? So if somebody is drinking skinny tea and they're like taking an antibiotic because they're sick, or they have a UTI, or they have an infection of some sort, it's important to mention that this tea should not be used when taking broad spectrum antibiotics. So most of your antibiotics, because it'll make the antibiotic less effective. So it also can interact with diuretics. So some people with heart disease will be on a Lasix or like a diuretic to make water pool off of them. So this might sound appealing to them because it's going to pull water and you're going to reduce your water retention, but it make the Lasix not work. So that's something that you're going to want to be aware of for somebody that has heart disease. Let's see, and cholesterol medication, it mentioned cholesterol medication. This is all with the dandelion root, okay, specifically, not the skinny tea, but the ingredients within it. It talked about cholesterol medicine, but again, like heart disease, cholesterol medicine, I just think that it shouldn't be like you pop your cholesterol medicine, you drink your tea. I don't think it's going to affect it like entirely, but if I take my cholesterol medicine in the morning, I'm going to want to drink my skinny tea at night. And then as far as the diuretic, I would definitely have them talk to their doctor. Okay, so there's another ingredient called uva ursi. I have never heard of this. It's a berry, and it helps with swelling, constipation, and bronchitis. So it actually includes, I'm sure you've seen it when they were talking about what would fight COVID. I am in no way making claims that this fights COVID, but hydrochloroquine, how they were like, oh, hydrochloroquine might like fight COVID, blah, blah, blah. This berry is hydrochloroquine. So which is why it would help with bronchitis. So the lemon tea, even if you're sick, it could help with that, which is pretty cool. And then ginger, treats nausea, reduces inflammation, prevents cell damage, eases menstrual pain. So this is great for people that are like, I have the worst PMS ever, because it's going to pull off water. It's going to take the pain away. It's going to take the nausea away. And that's definitely the major population that I'm going to target with this one. Not target, encourage. So that's
share with them.
Share with them. Yeah. That's the difference.
Well, I wish I would have known about this when I was pregnant, because I straight up was like trying to like mash my own ginger to like help with my nausea. So, anyways, you guys love Sam. I just met her, but I love her as a resource for these types of things. And so if you're ever questioning, like, I don't know, you could consult with her, but you also could let them know to like, just, check with your doctor. And what I want you to take away from what she's saying is not like, oh my gosh, it's like people with any type of a health issue cannot have our products because our products are not good. But you have to understand too, like some people, like I can't have certain medications. That doesn't mean that that medication doesn't work for the next healthy person. It just means I have an allergy to amoxicillin, but amoxicillin is a great antibiotic for other people. So when you think of our products like that, they're like you would any other medicine. They're going to be really great and effective for some people. And then there's going to be some people with conditions that need to check with their doctor or really investigate that ingredient list. Sam, do you have anything else you want to share on that skinny tea before we jump into the sample app?
Real quick, there was a question. So as far as pregnancy, that's hard. So the ingredients that are in this tea, I look at them and I would say that's approved. Like everything I see is approved for consumption during pregnancy, but the combination of, I would 100% have them ask their OB. And then as far as breastfeeding goes, I can't say yes, definitely could. Again, ask your OB, but personal preference, I would use it.
Okay, perfect. I didn't see that question there. All right, you guys. So one of the things that you have received in your distributor kit when you signed up was samples in your Connect app, which will prompt you to download the It Works sample app. So if this is not something that you have done, if you're taking notes right now, I would write this down, download Connect app, download It Works sampling app. And what that is going to allow you to do is get your hands on some sample packs. It's a little booklet, and you can pick either the sleepy tea, so not the skinny tea, but sleepy tea, which has melatonin and chamomile in it, or the skinny brew. And it's a little booklet, and there's 3 servings of either the coffee or the tea in it. And you get to decide what you want to send yourself. Now, in theory, you could send these samples to somebody, and the point is that you're going to sell them. You could send it through the app to somebody if you have their address. But what we want you guys to try and what we want you to do is send them all to yourself. Go in, send sample to myself, send sample to myself. You type your address in, send it to yourself. You'll probably have to do that 7 separate times because there are 7 separate sample packs going out. But then you can choose, do I want skinny brew, or do I want tea, or do I want a combination of all of them? And here's why this is important for you to send them to yourself, because now you have them in your physical possession. And when you get them, you can put that on Facebook, you can put that on Instagram, and you can be so excited that you have this physical product to share with people. And you can say, look, this is what it looks like. And then you can read also like the ingredient list on the back of the packet. You can look at the pamphlet, you can take pictures with it, you can stuff it in your purse. And when you're going to work and someone asks you about like, what's that coffee you just posted about on Facebook? You're like, oh, actually, it's only $20 for a 3-day sample pack. Do you want to try some? And in that moment, you have sold like physical like cash back. And so if you've joined for say $39, if you're like brand new, you literally sell 2 sample packs for cash, hand it over, they hand you cash, and you have made your money back in this business. You are a business owner with literally no dollars into your business yet. And that is truly insane for anyone who has thought about opening a business or you have experience opening a business. There's a lot of output cost that goes into owning a business. And this is probably one of the most low risk things that you will ever do. And if you sell those samples, you're profiting within your first 30 days. You're making a profit right off the bat. And you can be telling people that too, like, oh my gosh, I'm already making a profit in this business. So I would encourage you to send them all to yourself. And this way too, because they were given to you in your distributor kit that you purchased, they are only going to be good for, I think it's, Sam, you might have to correct me if I'm wrong, it's like 30 or 60 days. So if you ignore them and you don't take what we say for advice and you ignore them and they just sit there and you go to use them later when you get to it, they might have been expired. And we don't want that to happen to you. We want you to be able to get the greatest start in this business that you can. So send those samples to yourself and be excited, share them, stuff them in your purse, carry them with you. Don't be afraid to, even if someone doesn't ask you, to whip it out and put it on your desk, make one at work, have someone, get it out there. And then don't even be afraid to go over to your coworker's cubicle when you guys are bored and talking, because I know you don't work all day, because I didn't when I worked in a cubicle. I was off chit-chatting with people, hey, look at this coffee I just got in the mail. I sent myself 7 packs. Do you want to try some? Let's go make a cup of coffee in the break room. That's all stuff that I would do that is not weird. It's super genuine, and it's a great way to naturally advertise your product. And it's a huge benefit of sending all those samples to yourself. If, of course, because of, I don't know, COVID or anything like that, you can't actually meet up with these people, you do have the option to just get their address, phone number, and email, and you can send it directly to them contactless. But I would encourage you to get these samples in your physical hands. Okay, Sam, why don't you talk to us about first goals, launching our business, and all the good stuff.
Okay, and so it's 90 days, that's when they expire, just so everybody knows. Okay, and so for the veterans on here too, because I know I see leaders on here, be mindful when talking to your newbies, take notes on this stuff, because this is stuff that, the training process can be different for everybody, but just take those notes and see what it does for you. Okay, so bear with me, guys, okay, because you're gonna be like, what the what? So this is a new thing that we're talking about. It kind of goes old school, but we're gonna make it new school, right? So back in the day, Cami Pentecost talks about it all the time, and Christy, our ambassador, brought it up this weekend when we were at the retreat. And she said launch parties literally changed the game when signing distributors and getting them rolling in their business. And so she said, just a little history is when they would go into each other's houses and they would take wine, they'd have like the normal party. But this is not like, we're going to take a spin on it. And this isn't going to be like your pampered chef party with the catalog or your Mary Kate. Like, that's not what this is. But we're going to start doing launch parties with our newbies. Now, you don't have to be brand spanking new today to do one of these. I'm going to go over what this looks like, but we want to get these scheduled, and it's going to be a Facebook event. Okay. So what we're going to call it, we're going to call it to each other a launch party, but we're not going to call it that on Facebook. We're going to call it Coffee Talk with distributor's name. Okay. So I'm just going to use the name Nicole. So I'm going to say Coffee Talk with Nicole is going to be the event name. And this is going to be a 15-minute event. The importance of this is that you're not keeping people there for like half hour, 45 hour, like people don't want to sit there for that long. How many invites do you get on Facebook and you're like, bye, bye, bye. So seriously, like, we're trying to set this apart. And so we usually send out this initial message, right, to like our warm market or our chicken noodle soup list. And we're like, hey, I started something new. Would you support me by either host a posting or considering being a product tester or et cetera, et cetera. But this is how we're going to change it. So this launch party, Coffee Talk with Nicole, is going to be a 15-minute event that we're going to message all of our people, at least 10. That's what we're going to shoot for, but the more, the merrier, obviously. And our goal is to get our first 6 loyal customers. Drop a 2 in the comments if you could get your first 6 loyal customers in a 15-minute event in one night. Like, would that not be so cool? So what it will look like is you will set this up with your enroller, and it'll be very short and sweet. You'll have a welcome post. We'll encourage, if you have those samples, to say maybe if 10 people come, if you participate through the whole thing, that you'll be able to win a free sample. So you can use that as like a prize. And you'll set this up with your enroller or an upline leader, somebody that's available to you. And they'll go over the gist of this. And this is all going to be in boards. Okay, so if I'm like going too fast, you'll be able to get back to it. Give me about 2 days to make sure it's all set. And I will make sure everyone knows that it's ready. So you're going to have a welcome post, and it could say something like, hey, like our normal post, like, hey, I started something new. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is going to be short and sweet. I just have some things to show you. Your participation means everything to me. And if you stick with me to the very end, I'm going to pick one person to win a free sample pack. That simple. And they're going to be timed. So to say this is 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock, the first post goes up. Everybody's there. They're interacting on the post. At 8:03, so every 3 minutes, we're going to have a post that we're just dropping in the event. So the first one might be like, are you a coffee or a tea drinker? And you're going to have them interact on the bottom because you know that they're still there. And then we're going to put our info about our new skinny tea, and we're going to put our info about skinny brew and keto coffee. And maybe we're going to show the comparison between the two, but it's going to be pretty, and it's going to showcase our products. Okay. So then we'll go at 8:06, we'll do another one. 8:09, we might do slimming gummies because that's new and hot. And then we'll do 8:12. We're already at 8:12, guys. We're almost done. We're going to do a hair, skin, and nails post because we want to show our beauty side of things, right? And then right after that, your enroller is going to go live. If your enroller is pretty new, you can ask an upline or a leader to join you with this event. And you're going to go live and you're going to talk about the opportunity. You're going to be like, so if I was the enroller, I'm going to be like, hey guys, thanks for jumping on Nicole's party. I hope you took something from this. We're going to drop the categories of products that we have. So please comment anything that you're interested in. Nicole's so excited. She's running for a $10,000 bonus. She started for $39. She got such and such in her kit. This is such a great opportunity for a second stream of income. If you're also interested, if this has sparked your interest at all, please private message Nicole or myself, drop it below. We would love to tell you more about it. And then you can talk about our opportunity event. But 8:15 and I'm done. Okay, so now we've taught this new distributor how to engage. We've taught this new distributor how to post. We've taught them how to make these conversations and these connects and probably have a list of leads at this point. And I wouldn't be surprised if you are able to lock in several loyal customers out of this because it's personal and it only took 15 minutes of your time. So these are our launch parties, and I'm encouraging every single person to do one of these. If you're a veteran on here, as you're signing people, we will have the process up. So don't feel scared that you don't know what's going on. You will feel confident in what you're doing. We did a couple of these in the summer just as like a party for loyal customers on my team, and they went really well trying to sell samples. So the question was, could we do this with somebody that's trying to sell samples? I mean, if they're that serious, I guess they could do a Facebook event. I mean, it's not opposed to do a Facebook event with somebody if that's what you want to do. It would just be a little bit new for them. So I don't know. That would have to be your discretion with that. But so this is what we're going to put in place. I'm really excited about it. I know it's kind of scary, but we're not walking into somebody's house with a mask on and a bottle of wine. So I feel like we're in the clear. Anything, Jordan, that I missed?
I just want to remind you guys, if you're new and you don't know, maybe you know this too, to scale it back from those big bonuses we've been talking about, your first 6 loyal customers are going to earn you a $150 shopping spree. So that's going to be your first focus, is gathering those first 6 loyal customers. And so a loyal customer is just someone who goes on your website, they check out, they order by monthly auto ship for 3 months consecutively, so 90 days. That's how they're gonna get the discount and all the deals and all the good customer perks, which we have a phenomenal new customer perk program, where they can, the longer they order, the more they get off all their orders, the free shipping and all kinds of really great stuff, birthday gifts, free gifts, good stuff. So your first goal, if you're new in your first 30 days or as soon as possible, is 6 loyal customers to unlock that $150 shopping spree, where you can go in and you can check out whatever you want to try. Hair, skin, and nails, skinny tea. I was going to say sleepy brew. We don't have that. We have skinny brew and sleepy tea. There's a lot of like fun combos of our names. So, and if you haven't already, jump on your own website. You know, if I was brand new again, I would type in jordankaiser.itworks.com and I would go and I would just like look around and see, like, if I was a customer, what am I looking at on this website? And if you're ever not sure what you need to do in this business, ask. The answers will be given to you. The coaching will be given to you. The support will be given to you. But you have to ask, you have to express your concerns, and just think about this. I share a love for the products and a love for the business. I enroll customers, I enroll distributors, and I repeat those steps. So it's very simple to do this business. It's share, enroll, and repeat. It is so simple, you guys. Don't overcomplicate or overthink anything that we've said. Just jump in to the fire, run with the things that we're saying to do. And honestly, the only way to fail in this business is if you quit and stop, because then you're obviously never going to get your goals. So I'm really excited that you're all here, and we have it recorded. And one thing that I'm going to kind of go back and do is just kind of like write down who was on. And I'm really excited to see which of you from this group of distributors, new training, claim these bonuses and earn your shopping sprees over the next 30, 60, and 90 days. So thank you for hopping on with us.
So I challenge all of you to, if you're new, just go to your enroller and set up your launch party. Okay, set a date. I mean, like literally just pick a day, the sooner the better, make a Facebook event, and then start inviting people. And this could be like friends, coworkers, family. Hey, like all you have to do is show up. Just show up and support me. That's it. And then as far as anybody else, if you're not brand new, you can still do this. And then for your team, make sure we're implementing this. I think this is really going to make a difference. That's all. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.